tonight for I will little bit explain the instructions for the new yogis. You have listened to the instruction tape. I hope you perfectly understand the instruction. The instructions are very important that instruct you how to do and how to behave. So everything is in the instruction tape. But I will explain some part of the instructions. There are two kinds of meditation. One is samatha or tranquility meditation. The second one is vipassana or insight meditation. Samatha meditation is a practice for the tranquility or to get peacefulness. It has only one object. So if you practice samatha meditation, you just focus your mind on the only object. So you have to fix your mind on the object. You don't need to move any other object. So after some time you will get the concentration. So the people practice samatha meditation to gain jhana attainment. The vipassana meditation or insight meditation has more than one object. Primary object and secondary object. If you have no other object, you stay with the primary object. Here you are told to focus your mind on the movement of the abdomen. The movement of the abdomen is the primary object. When you are practicing, pay attention to the movement of the object. You may have other secondary object like a painful sensation or wandering mind. So if you have the other prominent object, then you leave the primary object and then take the secondary object, which is prominent at the present moment, and then note this secondary object until they disappear. When you have a normal wandering mind, normal painful sensation, then you back to the primary object, which is rise and the rising and falling movement of the abdomen. Vipassana meditation is sometimes called mindfulness meditation because we're mindful all the time. Or sometimes Vipassana meditation is also called awareness meditation. Yogis have to be aware of the meditation object. So the awareness meditation teaches us to be aware, to be in the present moment, to live with the present moment, to be aware of everything that is prominent at the present moment. So you have to be aware of everything that comes to you through the 6 sense doors: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So whatever objects comes to you, you have to be aware of this object. That is why Vipassana meditation is sometimes called awareness meditation. The purpose of Vipassana meditation is to be free from all kinds of suffering, or to attain nirvana, where there is no more suffering, there exists only the state of happiness. When we practice meditation, any kind of meditation, we have to establish the concentration. So only when we get the concentration, we can gain the knowledge. So to get the knowledge, we have to establish the concentration. To get concentration, we have to be mindful of everything. So to be mindful, we need effort. So when we start a meditation, the first factor is the effort. Effort is urgently needed. Without effort, we cannot do anything. Suppose you try to focus your mind on the meditation object. So you purposely push your mind onto the object. This pushing is mental effort. The mind does not go to the object by itself. So it needs another helper or another co-worker. So the mind is helped by the effort. Effort push our mind to go to the meditation object. Without effort, our mind will not go or will not stay on the meditation object. It will wander. It will go wherever it likes. That is why when we practice meditation, first we need a strong effort, persistent effort, perseverance effort, relentless effort. When we practice meditation, we need concentration. So, when we practice meditation, the first thing we see is our mind, mostly. Our mind is all the time wandering, going here and there, just like a monkey. So, this is the first thing we see. Strictly speaking, when we practice a meditation, Vipassana meditation, we are watching ourselves. We are observing ourselves. So we see our mind and our body, which is happening at the present moment. So we are watching ourselves, and we are recognizing ourselves. My mind is, if you see your mind is wandering, then my mind is wandering. That is a meditation. If you have a painful sensation somewhere in the body, then you just note it, pay attention to the place where there is, the painful sensation. Just pain, until they disappear. So, in order to note the present object, we need concentration, as I said before. So our mind is like a monkey, all the time going here and there. So we have to tie our mind to the object. Actually, you can tie a wild bull, the wild animal, with the rope. But you cannot tie your mind to the with the rope to the post. So you have to tie your mind with the mindfulness to the object, meditation object. So if your mindful is strong enough, then you can be mindful of the present object. So in the beginning, your mind is like the wild animal. If you tie, let's say, the wild bull, if you tie a wild bull, this bull will pull or maybe going around the post. This bull will never stay still. All the time just, trying to cut the rope. In the same way, even though you focus your mind to the meditation object, your mind will not stay any longer. After maybe 2-3 minutes, and then will go to another place. So you need to have the strong mindfulness. So if you have a strong effort and a very good mindfulness, then you can focus. You can be mindful of the present object, because you tie your mind with the mindfulness to the present object. So when you are practicing meditation, you always remember that I am a yogi. A yogi means the one who always trying to contemplate on the meditation object. So you can imagine the yogi's behavior will be very, very different from the normal person. It is said in the book that when you practice meditation, you must behave like a weak patient, or like a deaf, or like a mute deaf. That means when you are trying to establish the concentration, you must control your eyes and your ears. Our mind goes out from these doors. If you cannot control your eyes, then you will see something strange. You want to see it, you pay attention to it, then your mind goes out. You lose nothing. When you hear some noise or sounds or voice, if you do not control your ear, then you will pay attention to the outside sounds, noise, or whatever. Then your mind will go to there, then your mind is distracted. Your meditation is already distracted. So, you cannot beat the concentration, because the mind is always going out as you do not control your eyes and ears. So, if you go, then your eyes should be fixed on the floor or on the ground, about 5 or 6 feet away in front of you. Your mind should be focused on the movement of the foot, like a stepping. So when you make a step, you do slowly, like a patient. Patients are very weak, so they cannot walk very fast. They cannot do very quickly. Whatever they walk, whatever they do slowly. Like a patient, when you walk slowly, mindfully. If you make a quick step, then you cannot follow the steps. Why? Your concentration is very, very tender, very, very young. So, in order to catch the movement of the foot, you need to purposely slow down this time, in the beginning, So when you walk slowly. But if you pay close attention to the stepping, then you don't need to purposely slow down. The slow down will come to you automatically, because you are paying close attention to the movement. In the same way, in other times, and you never look around here and there, but your eyes are just fixed on front of you and paying attention to the steps. So make a step slowly and mindfully. So this is a yogi's walking. While meditating, while you are meditating, what yogi is concerned is only to note. This is your concern. What you see, what you hear are not your concern. So if you see them, you must behave like a blind. A blind person never give attention to any sight, never look around. His face is always facing forward, not turning around any side, not left side, not right side, not behind, not turning around, So a blind person always facing forward, fixing his face on the ground about 5 or 6 feet. So whatever you see is strange, you try to note that object. Normally, yogis must not look around here and there so that they can maintain their mindfulness and their concentration. But if you happen to look something, you may see something strange or something strange. Then you have to note it, seeing. So, in this way, you note all the objects, the prominent objects, with the help of the great effort. After some time, you are able to note almost all the objects. When you can be mindful of the object, then your mind stay with the object longer than before. And you have less distraction, like a painful sensation, especially wandering mind. You have a less wandering mind, you have a less painful sensation. Your mind mostly on the object, present object. This is the time when the yogi is supposed to gain the momentary concentration. In the beginning of your meditation, you cannot be mindful of the object very well. So you have to try to focus your mind on the meditation object. So concentration is very tender, very small. Your mind will wander very often. Even though you make effort, your mind may not stay on the object. So you may be sometimes disappointed, or sometimes you may be bored because you cannot focus your mind on the meditation object. So these are hindrances, obstacles to the meditation. So you have to know that the boring and sleepiness and wandering mind, these are hindrances. If you do not fight back these hindrances, then your meditation will be spoiled. So you have to know that the wandering mind is your enemy. Sleepiness or sloth and torpor is your enemy. So when they come to you, you have to note them strictly speaking, you have to overcome them. If you cannot overcome, then it's unlikely to get concentration. So you have to overcome. Every attainment has the obstacles. So we have to overcome these obstacles. That is why you need to have great effort, strong mindfulness, and very sharp concentration. So you can fight back with these 3 factors. So after some time, you will come to understand yourself that your mind, you can be mindful of the object longer than before, and then you know how to note the hindrances or how to fight back. In the beginning, you may be bored to practice meditation because you don't get yet the concentration, a lot of painful, a lot of wandering mind. But when you overcome these hindrances, then you are happy to note the present object, or you are happy to meditate. You are not afraid. You are not bored. Your mind is alert. Your mind is clear. As your mind is clear, as you are alert, you see the meditation object clearer and clearer than before. Also, you are happier and happier than before. So you have to know that only after the boring and sleeping, the happiness comes. So you have to overcome when the hindrances come to you. Practicing meditation is like a fighting war. So in the front, the soldiers and enemies are fighting. Soldiers have to protect their country. So they are fighting. In the same way, yogis are here fighting like a war zone. Because you have enemy. So you must be trained very well. You must be equipped very well. So training and weapons are very, very important for a soldier. In the same way, the training and weapons are very important for a yogi. Soldiers are fighting with the enemies. Yogis are fighting with the defilements like lobha and dosa, moha, mana, etc. They are enemies. So, in order to be a strong yogi, you have to train, you have to practice very well. And also you must be equipped with the very powerful weapon. So these are the noble 8 factors. Soldiers have guns to fight with the enemy. Yogis have no gun. But 8 factors: Samadhi, Samasankappa, Samavacha, Samakamanda, and etc. These are your weapons. So you have already equipped. But I don't have a time to explain each and every factors tonight. So I will continue my talk tomorrow. I will finish my talk tomorrow. So may you be able to practice your meditation with the great effort, and may you reach the final destination because of this practice.